What is xenophobia? Xenophobia is a complex phenomenon that is deeply ingrained in human history and psychology. Defined as the fear or hatred of foreigners, immigrants, or people who are perceived as different from oneself, xenophobia is a destructive force that can lead to discrimination, violence, and even genocide. Xenophobia can take many different forms. It is often driven by a sense of insecurity, fear, or ignorance. People may fear that newcomers will take their jobs, their resources, or their way of life. They may feel threatened by different cultures, religions, or ways of speaking. Or they may simply lack exposure to people who are different from themselves, leading to a sense of discomfort or unease. Regardless of the root causes of xenophobia, its consequences can be devastating. Xenophobia can lead to exclusion, marginalization, and even violence against vulnerable groups. It can also undermine the values of diversity, inclusion, and respect for human rights that are essential to a healthy and thriving society. If we are to combat xenophobia and build a more inclusive and equitable society, we must take a multi-pronged approach that addresses the root causes of this phenomenon while also promoting empathy, education, and action. First and foremost, education is critical in combating xenophobia. People who are exposed to diverse perspectives, cultures, and worldviews are more likely to develop empathy and understanding for others. Schools, universities, and community organizations can all play a role in promoting diversity and inclusion through curricula, cultural events, and outreach programs. Another important tool in combating xenophobia is empathy. By putting ourselves in the shoes of others and seeking to understand their experiences and perspectives, we can break down barriers and promote understanding. This can be done through interpersonal interactions, media representation, and other forms of storytelling that allow us to see the world through the eyes of others. Finally, action is critical in combating xenophobia. This can take many different forms, from advocating for policies that promote diversity and inclusion, to standing up to discrimination and hate speech when we see it, to actively seeking out opportunities to engage with people who are different from ourselves. By taking action to promote inclusion and combat xenophobia, we can build a society that is stronger, more resilient, and more just. Potential treatments: cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, exposure therapy, mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, education and cultural immersion, medications.